19 days ago, I made a YouTube video wherein I asked all creationists to please present their alternatives to evolutionary theory. Since there are a great many creationists in YouTube, and of course throughout the United States and elsewhere, who insist it is only fair and a matter of academic freedom to present public school students with all the alternatives, it would seem that the first step is to say what those alternatives are. Oddly enough, of the great many creationists in YouTube, none have stepped forward and come up with an alternative to evolutionary theory. How very strange. When the state of Arkansas passed Act 590 in the year 1981, which would inflict occult superstition into the public schools of Arkansas, the General Assembly voted into law the claim that the new law would, quote, protect academic freedom by providing student choice, ensure freedom of religious exercise, guarantee freedom of belief and speech, among other noble and lofty goals. Of course, they were all a bunch of lying sacks of shit. Telling students wrong answers to questions of science is not a valid act of academic freedom. Inflicting occult superstition upon public school students against their wishes and the wishes of their parents is not a valid act of religious exercise. Ordering teachers to lie to students is not a valid act of free belief and speech. One of the consequences of Act 590 was that the Pulaski County Special School District ordered their district's Director of Science Education, a Ms. Mary Ann Wilson, to come up with a syllabus that Pulaski County schools would use to, quote, teach, unquote, creationism. Ms. Wilson and her team tried very hard to do so. Yet they failed miserably. They could not find anything about creationism that could be taught. Even though they spent many months reading creationist books, interviewing creationists, attending creationism lectures, and struggling very hard to obey the district's mandate. The following are the criteria that the Pulaski School Education Director and her team was required to use for their syllabus. Number 1, sudden creation of the universe, energy, and life from nothing. Number 2, the insufficiency of mutation and natural selection in bringing about development of all living kinds from a single organism. Number 3, changes only with fixed limits of originally created kinds of plants and animals. Number 4, separate ancestry for man and apes. Number 5, explanation of the Earth's geology by catastrophism, including the occurrence of a worldwide flood. And finally, number 6, a relatively recent inception of the Earth and living kinds. As you can probably see, the reason they could not find anything at all to teach in classrooms about these subjects is because there was nothing they could teach. Every single item in that list is not only mere assertion without evidence, but also known to be false. There is no evidence at all for any one of those 6 items. And now we come to modern creationism in the United States and elsewhere, which creationists call, quote, intelligent design, unquote. These cultists want their intelligent design creationism to be inflicted upon students in the public school system, and they claim not doing so is a violation of fairness, free speech, and academic freedom. What a fucking crock of shit. Instead of offering 6 criteria like they did 20 years ago and more, intelligent design creationists have narrowed their criteria of what to teach down to a single one. That is, quote, sometime, somewhere, something did something, unquote. That's it. That's all there is about, quote, intelligent design, unquote, that can be, quote, taught, unquote. In the court trial regarding the Dover area school district trying to inflict creationism into the public school system, two proponents of creationism took the stand, and they both admitted there was nothing about intelligent design that could be taught. No research had been done on intelligent design. No science papers have been published on intelligent design. No evidence for intelligent design has been discovered. The two proponents of creationism just said, let us just wait and maybe eventually, someday, somehow, somewhere, there will be evidence for intelligent design. One need not take my word for it, of course, let alone anybody else's. I have provided links in this video's description to the Dover trials transcripts and also Judge Overton papers for Arkansas Act 590. The truth of the matter is, intelligent design creationism has not been, quote, expelled, unquote, from schools and from science. The ugly, blunt, unvarnished truth is that intelligent design creationism flunked out F-.